This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey bitch, what is your whole deal? Hey bitch, just tell us how you feel. You wished for a sign from above. Well, here's a podcast about boy sex, fucking, dating, and love. Seek treatment if you're boring as fuck. Seek treatment if you're unlucky in love. Seek treatment if you just can't take a hint. Well, seek treatment with Kat and Pat.
Hey,
it's Pat.
And it's Pat.
And this is Seek Treatment, a podcast about boys, sex, fucking, dating, and love. We're live in the studio on the amazing date of November 7th, 2024. We are breaking the seal, aka podcasting in our new reality.
And we do have the CNN magic map still up to see if anything changes.
Yeah, and we're fingers and toes crossed. And we want to send everyone love and light. And we actually have such an amazing guest this week that
I can't believe it.
We weren't going to cancel.
I'm quite nervous.
Oh, I'm starstruck.
I am quite
You know
nervous.
what? Well, look, imagine you see them in the Eras Tour and then they're on a couch next to you.
I know.
Can
Imagine you see
that?
them performing with Jewel at the Gay Center. I saw our guest performing with Jewel at the Gay Center. That's not Jewel.
Yes, it is.
I know. That's what I said.
I'm screaming bloody murder. Open your ears for our amazing guest, Muna.
You guys are good.
You guys are
No, we're
insane.
not.
We've been told we're not.
No, if you're not, then
We're like gum on a
perfect.
bottom of a shoe.
Yeah.
It
No,
sounds delicious.
you say the same thing at the beginning of every podcast.
Yes, it started because our
Well,
second
That's
guest.
amazing.
Our second
It's like
guest
you're on
was,
the radio.
It is like it's
And it
so
is
like,
Wow, that's cool.
We're on
Hi,
Z100
everyone.
right now,
Yeah.
and we never had that like our second episode ever. We were just sort of like we'll talk about like sex and dating, but which we never.
sex, fucking, and love.
Exactly.
What did you
And
say?
Bowen was our second guest, and he's like, "What is this about again?" I was like, "Bowen, it's about boy sex, fucking, dating, and love." So then we just now say that every time.
Fucking
yeah.
dating.
Okay. I can't wait to talk
Amazing.
about boys more than anything.
What are the
We
boys
should
up
talk
to?
about that. I don't know.
The boys are.
The boys are boying.
I know. I
The
had
They're
boys
boats.
are the most boys they've ever been.
The boys
actually.
are really, really terrifying.
How about this situation?
Hell.
And this is. Since we're doing a crossover episode, we're meant to be interviewing Muna, and then Muna is meant to be interviewing us, but
Right.
we both considered to be bad interviewers.
Yes.
So
It's going to be 2 hours of electric combo.
Yeah.
It's going to be called An Electric Intimate Evening With.
Oh.
And then it's going to be part one is with you guys.
Yeah.
Is this the thing where, like, in times of
Crisis.
turmoil,
yes.
like the little cockroaches are coming out of the woodwork?
I
I know.
remember I remember in 2016 I was getting texts from my exes
Oh.
being like,
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
damn.
Hope you're hanging in there,
hope
okay?
you're hanging
Yeah,
in there.
Everyone was reaching
Oh my
out. It was
God.
very, I mean, some of it was
Some
fine, but
people
some
are
of it was
too
odd.
gay that everyone's afraid for their safety.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like, are you okay?
They're like, I'm
parentheses,
scared.
sexually charged.
I know.
Yeah.
People
Well,
are
yeah,
sexually
you have to
charged
get.
right
We're
now.
gonna have to all have so much sex like right now.
I know.
You know, I did have a really vivid sex dream last night.
About whom? Your partner?
No.
Okay.
Talk about forbidden
You have a
fruit.
partner?
I do have a partner.
You a partner? Straight partner, parentheses
He's a
straight.
straight boy
yeah, cool.
named Brian. Can you get any more straight than being
one of
named
them.
Brian?
Yeah, that's
Brian's
one of
one of
the
the straightest
Brian's-
names.
He's
Shout out to our
unbelievable.
Brian.
Y'all would love. He's really unbelievable.
Well, I was single this whole time
What?
What do you mean this whole time?
since we've been sitting on the couches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've been single since we
No,
sat
this
down.
whole time you've been here.
It's so
I've been
funny sitting
single.
right next to you.
I know.
Forbidden fruit.
Do too. Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows what could happen? So how's everyone?
We can go around and
I
say,
I would say less shocked, but same level of
Yeah,
hopeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely. It was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm actually feeling kind of manic. Like I think
Oh.
that my my response to these types of crises is generally
to
like
lock
go
all the
into
way in.
action
Yeah, you're
mode.
good
Yeah.
at that.
Like I'm not really dissociating. This morning I was reading about. This morning I googled what was it?
Oh no.
At first I googled why can't we have universal basic income and stop military spending? I was
Right.
like, someone told me why.
I know. Sometimes you turn to
it's,
Google.
it's
I
because
Googled-
someone who we probably went to USC with, their parents would lose millions of dollars, so we can't do that.
Right,
Oh,
right.
right.
Can't do
That
it
would
because
suck.
they-
Maybe bring it up at the
And that would
reunion.
suck.
Maybe bring it up at the reunion.
They couldn't have unlimited lemonade on campus.
It
Is
is
that a thing?
fascinating to
Yes,
me
that was a
how
thing.
Fuck yeah.
they are
It is
able
so
to.
sick.
I don't know exactly who they is, but like how they're able to spread this information. Again, with like, so we live in LA. There was a proposition in California to like that was going to be helpful for rent control, and like they really successfully spread this like misinformation that it was like, I was really excited about that prop until a single low income like mother realized that it's actually going to be bad for poor people if that happened. Like
they are good
they
at that.
really effectively spread that.
Yeah.
You can just say whatever you want.
Yeah, and it confuses us.
Yeah.
So anyway,
cool.
first I googled that, and then I googled forum for brainstorming a better government system, like online. So I was like looking for. I was like, who's?
I love to turn to Google with like macro ideological issues
Macro
and see if
ideology,
they know anything.
Yeah, no,
AI overview, colon.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Google Gemini.
What came up was this thing called Government 2.0.
Okay, that's cool.
But it was a really
I'm
big
listening.
idea. It was a really big idea in like around 2008, and then a lot of these like thinkers were kind of subsumed by Obama's administration, and then it kind of like dissipated. But the idea was to like have a shift from like citizens as kind of like consumers and like passive consumers. Transition from consumers to consumers.
Yeah.
I'm making sure.
This is gonna be huge in 2028.
Yeah.
No, but it was like, you know how like people, you ever hear someone be like, why can't I just vote on my iPhone? Like type of thing. It was like, could we like code?
I'm like, wait, why can't you?
I know, like that's us.
Yeah.
We asked that.
Because it knows your face.
Right. So why can't we?
Yeah.
But like
those people are right.
it was like, could
They're
we
totally right.
develop a way? Can we use technological development to have like easy, transparent, interactive like government systems?
I think
where
transparent
we have
is the word that's a huge issue for a lot of people.
What do you mean?
Because they're standing in front of big piles of gold guarded by dragons, and they don't want you to see
And they don't
that.
want you to see the piles of gold.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't want you to have to see that.
Right.
Yeah,
and
for
they're-
your sake.
Yeah. And they're
Yeah, for
controlling
your
it.
sake.
Don't look at
Yeah.
our pile.
It might glint in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would hurt. You need sunglasses.
Don't look straight at my
But
gold.
this same
You'll turn to stone.
type of thing happened to me at the beginning of COVID. I was like writing manifestos, and then
I dissociate
was,
so hard.
Yeah.
It's
So you watched Felicity yesterday?
So
I
yes, I'm
dissociate. I have
already
to go.
anticipating perhaps because it is like, I don't know. I tweeted that I just told you before that I tweeted like, this is when we get to work, parentheses, dissociate and watch the entirety of Felicity. But I do like truly shut down when things feel overwhelming.
I think
Yeah,
it's
of course.
fine
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
honest. It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, and I'm not the brightest crown in the box.
You
Like,
are to me. You
I'm
shine
not the one who's
so
gonna
bright.
figure it out. I don't think that'd be if I figure it out.
If you solve
You
People would be pretty
something's wrong.
surprised.
I actually like, really do believe that we never really know what's gonna happen. Like,
And also, you're a pretty bright crayon. I can see it. You're smart. You're
Okay.
smart.
Okay,
You're
let
a
me
smart fella.
let me sit down with a legal pad this afternoon.
and just do some like sketches.
Government 3.1.
I never feel more in my power than with a legal pad.
Yeah.
It's crazy how I feel with
Yeah.
Yellow or white?
that.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Well, it has to
Yellow.
be yellow.
But
Come
then like after,
on.
but only when
When
it's
do you use a legal pad?
that's the problem. There's no functional purpose for one, so
Doesn't
it's
fit
like
in your bag.
I was imagining
you-
you'd be like you guys are comics, so you'd like you're writing out your.
I would love
If
to
I had
do
a
that.
single idea,
Ideas.
I would write it on a legal pad. I had an idea since 1963.
It's like legal pads make you feel so cunt when you like just get them out of the plastic and they're still so flat and whatever. You
Yeah.
put it in a backpack once and then you take it out and you're like literally this like a slob, but like
This is wet
it's
somehow.
it's somehow
yeah.
wet. It's like it looks like it's like parchment that's been like whatever and everything you've written on it is like the ravings of a madman.
Yeah,
But for
yeah,
that one
yeah.
moment right when you take it out of the plastic, life begins anew.
Yeah.
I used to feel that way when I went back to school shopping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
definitely.
what?
Wow.
Anything
That was sexy.
possible then.
That was, like,
Anything was
That was like a libidinal experience.
Yeah.
possible.
Like
Totally.
that was pure unadulterated libido at work.
Yeah.
Libidinal
Sounds a lot of
consumerism.
stress.
I loved
really?
the
Me
I
too,
loved new
actually.
notebooks, and I was like, my handwriting's gonna be better this year. I'm gonna get a nice set of pens.
Dividers
Yeah.
or the
Cute.
binder?
I know, but I
Dividers.
couldn't.
I'm gonna write
Binders did not treat
English.
me well.
Yeah.
You know, like on the
Snap.
top.
Snap right on my fingers, always the rings one day in like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely misaligned.
Yeah.
Every teacher hated my guts.
Really?
Because of how I was.
Which was how?
Gay seeming in a Catholic environment.
In a Catholic setting.
Oh,
Gay seeming in a Catholic setting.
Boys' school?
Yeah.
No,
It's
co-ed. But
mixed
thank
gender.
God. 'cause
Gay
it was-
seeming
Why do I think
is
it was
so
all
much better
boys?
than flamboyant.
I
I wouldn't
know.
say
But
flamboyant.
I
I'd
always say
gay
it's like
seeming.
teachers hate when you're gay seeming as a child because like especially if they're like a nun because they're like you can't just hate someone for seeming.
Yeah.
But you're not being gay yet. So they're
Yeah.
like, there's no, it's like this weird loophole. They're like, I know I hate you, but
I'm
I can't.
gonna catch you.
I know. You're gonna suck.
Being
You're
gay.
gonna suck, and when you do, I'm right here. And then I also just was like so messy. Like I just was so insanely messy.
Do you have
that-
ADHD?
I must, but like I went through I went down a dark path with Adderall
yeah,
totally.
okay.
Yeah.
Because it was fun, or
because I'm 8 years sober, but knock on wood at the end of the month. But
Okay.
that was
That's a
like
long time.
one of my favorite things.
yeah,
You
Just-
liked it. I hated Adderall, but
Oh,
I was
so-
prescribed it.
Oh yeah.
I loved it. I'm a similar
But
story.
do you know what people love to say?
What?
That like if you like it, that means you don't have ADD.
You don't have
But I'm
ADD.
like,
No,
then
you
what
just
is
have to-
wrong with
no,
me?
no, you
Yeah,
just
no,
Mama?
I
have to
agree.
take-
I agree.
You just have to take enough. Like,
Yeah.
if you take a light amount, it's probably just focusing. If you take like a ton,
I was always taking a lot.
yeah,
Me
if you take a
too.
ton, it's gonna make you high.
I was taking a ton.
That's government
a
4.0.
metric ton.
In my
Yeah.
years of using substances, there was a time that I took 90 milligrams of my best friend's Adderall, and then I spent about 14 hours rolling a joint.
Yeah.
One- just the one.
I hate to say this in mixed company, but I would edge for hours on Adderall.
Really?
Shut the fuck
Wow.
up.
I
Mixed
think they call
company.
that.
I'm
I
gonna
think they call
edge.
that.
I would edge for
Gooning,
hours.
like you're masturbating.
Edging.
Oh, that
A
Yeah.
million
Why?
tabs
What
open
would it
of
feel
porn.
like?
Gooning.
Probably good.
It was honestly a
Were you
predator.
smoking
I like
cigarettes and
You're onto
gooning?
something.
no, I never smoked, but it was like I in a way
You
invented
never
gooning.
smoked on
Well,
Adderall?
I
You're
was-
a crazy girl.
I know, but I can't
That's
really
the-
smoke.
That's the best feeling
you know what-
ever.
Do you know about this?
You just really
What
tweaked
is
me.
what is that?
But do you want to see?
This is Nicorette Quick Miss. You could only get it in New Zealand and Canada. I buy it on eBay by the boxload.
Wait, what is
Whoa.
this?
I've never smoked in my life.
Can't.
I know. I get listeners have heard it
Catherine's
so many
over
times.
it.
Wait, can you
She's
can
so
you
over
please
it.
Every
use it
episode
just so
you
I
hear.
can watch?
Yeah.
Oh,
And people think
Sublingual.
What does it
yeah,
feel
so-
like?
it feels
Good
like
phrase.
Nicorette gum or I'd imagine a cigarette, but like kind of all at once. It
How
helps.
much- how
I
much
saw a study-
nicotine's in that?
1 milligram of spray.
Huh.
What
I'm a
is it?
team
What's
with
the
ADD.
flavor?
It's
Mint.
probably meant. Yeah.
It's so good. And
I
also,
don't. Can I say something? I don't like mint flavor.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
You know what I like?
flavor do you prefer?
I like grape gum.
Whoa.
Have y'all ever had that?
No.
It's
I like that
unbelievable.
orange Trident gum.
No.
I like
that
that
shit's
too.
no, I
fire.
don't like
But you know
fruity
the
gum.
cubes? I'm talking about the Trident cubes.
Yes.
No.
I don't like
those-
grape
Wow.
flavored anything.
Crunchy?
to be
I
honest with
love.
you.
I love
That's
grape
how I
flavor.
used to be, but I recently went down the path with grape.
Grape-
Celsius.
grape is-
Celsius.
I wonder if it would change for me.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Tropical punch?
As I age, I could be
That's
down
peach
with
vibes.
anything, but doesn't
Anything's
sound-
possible.
Anything is possible.
Now I have a question.
I have so much.
Wait, what was I just gonna ask? What were we talking about? Mint. Oh, do you like
Edging.
making out with someone right after they smoked a cigarette?
Yes.
No.
I
I'm
love
fine
it.
with it.
I
Adore
love
it.
No.
It makes me wet.
Me too.
Interesting.
That is not what I want in my
You know
life.
yeah, Joe
what?
will kind of kick her girlfriend out of bed if she's had a
Really?
cigarette.
Well,
yeah.
she sleeps with me still. She does.
It
I
just
just say
reminds
it's no
me-
more kisses.
Yeah. You say
It's just
stinky
stinky.
mouth.
Stinky.
How long have you all been together?
Going on 7 years.
Wow.
What is the secret?
believe?
No.
No. How'd you meet?
We met
On
we met on
We don't
kind
say
of
it.
met IRL and we met on Raya too.
Oh,
Got you.
interesting.
Yeah,
Got
one
you.
of the few.
yeah.
I'm currently deciding if I want to go on a riot date with a 53-year-old PR executive with nipple piercings.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
I think
Whatever.
yeah.
What could
company.
possibly go wrong?
What's the date suggestion? Like,
So
what's
that
the-
was what was crazy. He's based in Venice.
Okay, so he's
So
like,
he's
let's
I
go to
assumed
Justa.
Venice, Italy. For some
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
It's like, that's
but
crazy.
he'll go anywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
But he said
Huge.
like this was like I almost am tempted to read it, but it was like it was sort of like I got busy so I fell off, but it was like I'm down for like this coffee during the day, yoga anytime. I was like, I'm not
Can't
doing
be that.
yoga with a
Anytime.
PR
Can't be that.
executive with pierced nipples on the first date.
Venice
No,
is,
not on the
Venice
first date.
is
No.
yoga.
Inappropriate. It's inappropriate.
But I
to
think
ask
he
you
would
that.
come. He doesn't seem to work too much.
That's
yeah,
great.
get him over here.
Yeah.
Do something easy.
Yeah,
Short.
it is kind of like I think it's fun to do in 50s.
Nipple piercings at least suggests that he could afford to do that.
Totally.
Nipple
He can afford
piercing
to get
feels
them
full
pierced.
sex.
It's
He's
not
got
even
health
care for them.
insurance. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah, how
great health-
expensive could it be?
It's not expensive.
Yeah, you can do it at Claire's. I bet.
Okay, I need to know everything about each and every one of you.
Yeah.
So where's everyone at least from? Where's everyone
Yes.
from?
Guess.
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 Are you
Oh my
all
God.
are you
So
all
you're
like
all
LA
USC.
forever? You met at USC, I know that.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that from
Yeah.
the press.
Thank you.
From the
No,
press.
I know that from the press.
And I know it from when you said it earlier.
And from yeah.
Naomi is from San Diego.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm from the suburbs of Chicago.
Okay.
Shout
The
out.
North Shore, and Joe's from Pasadena.
Wow.
Dina.
Dina,
Dina.
Pasadena.
Yeah.
Wow, so you
it's
are LA
California
born.
heavy.
Yeah,
it's
I'm,
California heavy. on
yeah.
the
We're
press.
Cali Cows.
LA native.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about y'all?
Long Island.
Cute.
Wow.
Houston,
Bad.
Texas.
Oh, my girlfriend's from Houston.
Who is she?
Um,
Where'd she go to school?
Kelly. I don't know.
Come on, 7 years. Do you know where she went to school?
She, I don't
Somewhere
know,
with metal
dude.
detectors.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, so like
Yeah.
a big.
Like a big school.
Big public.
Lamar?
A big airport.
I don't
Do you-
know.
It's okay.
You really can't pay me to
Send her
know.
my love.
Yeah.
Do you ever go there with her?
No, it's complicated.
Yeah, it's not the best place.
Do you
Avril
return?
Lavigne.
I return. Thank you. I return often. Amazing food.
Yeah.
And I love to lay on the couch at my parents' house.
Yeah.
But I haven't been in a while. But I'm
sounds
going back for
great.
Christmas.
Speaking of hometowns and complicated, I walked around my hometown 2 weeks ago listening to Avril Lavigne Complicated. and I
That's
highly
iconic.
recommend it. Yeah.
Did
Why
you
do you
have
have
like a
to
jacket
go?
on?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
heaven.
Really transformational.
Yeah.
I think to like
Totally.
go back and
You know
listen
what?
to music from that
Bluetooth
time.
or wired headphones?
Wired, because I just
Yeah.
got
Wired's cool.
I have a disease with AirPods, which I have right now.
Mhm.
Loss.
I'd loss.
Yeah.
I suffer from
Loss
loss.
disease.
Yeah.
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 I suffer from loss.
Yeah.
You
I
have
recently
ADD.
lost mine.
Yeah, I know.
Don't talk to my friend like that.
My fourth grade teacher famously made me because there was like a compartment under your chair where you would keep your books.
Ooh.
And it
Sexy.
was so messy that she made me keep all my things in a milk crate to humiliate me.
Oh my
Aw.
god.
And then my mom said something, and it was the only time my mom's ever been on my side. Just kidding. And
Kidding,
but
Mama.
then also one time my 7th grade teacher, Mrs. McNulty, who is a legend on the pod because I've mentioned many
Disgraced.
times that she was like strict and really respected. But then one time she was
McNulty.
disgraced because her pants fell down while she was teaching, and she could never bounce back. Like she never came
Wait,
back.
Like
Her
all the way
pants-
down?
That
I wasn't
sends
in
me
the-
on a mental trip that something can happen to you one time.
She was feared and respected, and then never again.
Oh
What?
my
I
god.
really want to
How
see
did
this
they
woman's
fall down?
face.
So
Maybe
I
you've
wa-
been over this
here's
on the
the-
pod many times.
we
We've
actually-
talked about this so many times.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Here's the thing: I wasn't in the class, but it was like literally people left the class. Like people
Do you
someone
think
burst
it-
into
do
my
you
class's door and like
think
Mrs. Millie's pants just fell down.
Do you think it has changed like your outlook on life? Like, do you move through life knowing like
That could happen
my
to you.
pants could fall down like symbolically?
Probably.
At
But
any
you
moment.
think about
Impressionable
somebody
children.
like Lenny Kravitz, you know?
I
Well,
know.
his penis exploded out.
Yeah,
I
and
know.
everybody said yes.
Yeah, that
yeah.
was
I know.
positive.
His
People
penis
said yes.
exploded out, and he had
a
a cock ring, and his cock was huge.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So it's
That-
kind of just like
What could be
congrats.
better?
It was
Yeah.
a totally
But a
different.
woman of a certain age,
Different.
her pants falling down, that can't be
What
good.
kind of pants? No, so I'm
She would wear
imagining
slacks?
like a tailored slack.
No,
I'm thinking
she
of
would
like an
wear.
Eileen Fisher,
she
like
would-
elastic band.
Yeah.
She was, of a certain age,
How does
and
this
it was.
happen?
They were like baggy slacks. To be honest, is what she would typically wear. That's what I
To be
see her.
honest.
Would she wear like a double shirt, like a cami, and
She
then,
would
like, a
wear-
Oh
shirt
my
on
god,
top?
I can't.
Very droopy. Everything was droopy
and
clothing.
then like a tunic.
How does
Yeah.
it fall
I can see her in my
I
head.
don't know. I don't
like,
know.
Actually, how is that possible?
I was in
Anything
8th grade at the
anything is.
time.
And what was visible?
Her chonies.
I don't know.
theory.
I would imagine because
Tidy
of
whities.
You didn't ask follow-up questions when you were told this information?
I just
Couldn't be
have,
nothing.
I just have this like visceral memory of this girl that I actually know her name. I won't say it. Like in the hallways when everyone got out, it was like because you would just like walk around in this circle, like because all the classes were like near each other, and then like
Yeah.
go to your class when it was in the circle, and it was just like everyone in the circle was like, I was in 8th grade, she was teaching 7th grade, and it was like the 7th graders were like, Miss McNulty's pants just fell down, and I was like, we graduated at the end of 8th grade, so it's like. Maybe it was even the end of the year. Like I didn't necessarily see all the aftermath,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but it was just like for the rest of that year. And then I
Yeah.
went into that class, and I felt she was the one person who liked me. And one time we had to make a board game for a project based on civil rights.
That project is hard.
And
The board game project is like every school. You have
Really
to make a
hard.
board game.
and then
Yeah.
Why is
she
that
held it up to
hard?
the whole class, and she said, "This is." She literally said this because she liked me, but she
Aw.
was like, "This board game is Pat Regan in a nutshell. It's messy and hideous, but at the end of the day, it's good."
No, she said that.
So it was wearing exaggeration, but she's like, "It's messy and sloppy and bad."
I
but,
gotta be
like,
honest.
Oh,
there-
idiot.
I don't
No,
like
it
how
is.
she
That
talked to
is.
you, and I don't like the.
No,
fourth grade
it was a
teacher.
compliment because she was saying like it was so messy, but it was like I
But
made
it was
jokes in it and
good.
stuff. Yeah,
And it's
Yeah.
poor. It had a good heart.
yeah.
And she made you want to become the artist you are today.
And I pantsed her again.
Do you think she was
One more
gay?
time.
I don't think she was gay, though. She definitely had like
Ace.
She was married for
Ace.
years. She
Interesting.
directed the school plays. That was like her big claim to fame.
So she's a fag hag. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see her.
Whoa.
But she was also very Catholic. She was very like, I remember in religion class, there would be like, I actually have a specific memory of her saying like, it's like not a sin to be gay, but it's a sin to act on it. Like she was very that.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That's not great for the queer community.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
So my
That's
grandma who
insane.
passed last year, like, it was friends with a lot of Catholic priests, and like,
She was wild.
yeah, and we never really got to like openly discuss it. Like, whenever I would go visit her in Florida, there would be like a couple priests also there, and like often we wouldn't really get into it. But then after she passed away, we went back to Florida for like a memorial, and so during that time, I was kind of like going around left and right, being like, "Yeah, I'm gay,"
Yeah.
like let's get into it, and like that was really the resounding like
Yes.
chorus from people. Like just being like, I don't think that it's a sin for you to like have these feelings.
Yeah.
But I just think you like shouldn't act on it.
oh.
And, like, make that the thing that's
Make it
confusing
make
for me
sense. Yeah.
there is like that's a life of suffering, is it not?
It's
Yeah.
hell.
To
It's
be
so-
like,
But isn't
yeah,
that
you
so
feel
Catholic?
you like want
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That is
They-
like
they
that
love
is
it.
that
Right.
shit.
Like
It's the
have
forbidden
a
fruit. And I'm still living it today with my forbidden fruit on Instagram.
Yeah, that's
your
your Catholic
forbidden
upbringing.
fruit.
I'm so honored to say this podcast is presented by Essie Nail Polish.
It's such an honorific to say that.
It is a nice honorific. Essie Nail Polish is the girl. It is that girl. Essie Nail Polish is high quality nail polish with a color for every mood, trend, and aesthetic.
The joy that I was able to provide
Mhm.
my dear sisters and loved ones by providing them with a color selection of Essie. I provided it to two young, gorgeous cis women, though of course they could go on anyone, anytime, any place.
This holiday season, Essie Nail Polish is the perfect stocking stuffer for the holidays. Whether it's friends, family, kids, teachers, white elephant, etc., or even yourself, treat yourself, mama. My personal experience with nail polish is that it makes me feel better. It's a fun treat. It's a fun way to spice up a look. It's nice to take care of oneself, and also it makes me not touch my phone for a bit.
And I also just think it's fun to kind of dissociate while painting a cool color on your nails.
100%. So shop Essie Nail Polish for the holidays in-store at Target, Ulta, CVS, all the stores you're already shopping at, bitch, and online at your preferred Essie retailer.
You guys, microdosing has been an absolute game changer. This episode of Seek Treatment is brought to you by Schedule 35, our trusted partner for all things microdosing. Imagine having a tool that sharpens your focus, clears your mind, and keeps anxiety at bay all day long. Let's go, baby. It might sound like a magic pill that solves all your problems, but that's the magic of microdosing with Schedule 35. Their products are backed by science and dosed to a precise amount so you get exactly what you need to tackle your toughest days without the hallucinogenic effects. Schedule 35 is on a mission to destigmatize and educate on the science and real-world benefits of psilocybin, as well as making it accessible for everyone. Each order ships discreetly and comes with a microdosing regimen that keeps you on track. Ready to have your best day ever? Head over to schedule35.co and use Seek Treatment for 15% off your order. That's schedule35.co and Seek Treatment for 15% off. Mwah.
I remember.
Yeah, Katie, are you partnered?
I'm not. No.
Are you out there
Are
looking?
you looking?
I am. Yeah.
What's it like? What's the vibe out there?
We're
It's
now
not the
looking on her
best.
behalf.
I
Yeah.
It's fun.
'Cause, yeah.
I don't make the best choices.
Why? What do you like? What are you into?
I was gonna say you should probably cut this, but I was gonna say drug addicts.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Let that shine. Put that louder.
in.
Make
Aw.
that. Turn the levels up on that.
I think it's a common experience.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
be curious.
Addictive
well,
personalities.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I'm
well,
into that.
I'm an addict in my own way, so it's like
Yeah.
I think I have
Opposites don't attract.
opposites don't attract or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just like simply that it just hasn't like worked out for me yet. But I think it's a couple of different things going on. I think it's taken me a lot of trial and error to like actually learn what my standards are.
Mhm.
I think you've also like if I may weigh in.
Yeah, please.
I think you've also overcorrected for
Yeah.
what you see as bad past behavior.
Oh yeah.
And so you're like, okay, this person ticks these boxes, which are like the good boxes to tick.
Yeah.
But that perhaps obfuscates
And then I
other
swing in
potential
another
problems.
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just keeps But sometimes I think for people, it just like, it just keeps
I've done
not
that, by the
working
way.
out until it
Yeah.
works out.
It's just horrible, horrible, horrible until it's amazing.
I'm
Is that
also not
helpful?
totally
Hey,
sure.
how about this? How about this?
What?
Hell was the journey, but it brought me heaven.
Yeah.
Taylor
Hell was
Swift.
the journey.
That's Taylor Swift, the great
Are you
That's your
both
friend. That's your
Swifties?
friend's lyric.
We're both
We're
Swifties.
major Swifties.
That's
Wow,
so
hell
cute.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have
Favorite
fun?
favorite album?
Reputation.
Folklore.
Honestly,
Damn,
both,
respect.
both
Both
I love.
bangers.
Yeah.
Reputation live
was
kind of changed
amazing.
my life.
It was-
actually.
Yeah.
Midnight's was my most listened to album
Me-
the year that it came out.
I loved Midnight's
I,
amazing
I
album.
fucking loved it.
and I still will listen to Midnight.
I love it.
Did y'all feel me in the Denver audience? Did you feel my energy?
There
Yeah, now that you
There was
mention it.
something-
Now that you
Yeah.
mention it,
I was
something
in
was
Denver.
different.
I was wearing an amazing top in Denver.
Was it really glittery? Like what was
No, it
your
was like it's a big flower.
beautiful?
Oh,
Kinda
cool.
Yeah, I thought so. Hey, what do I know?
Did I already talk-
anyways,
Did I already talk about on the podcast
what?
the movie Trap?
No, what's that?
It's so, I hate to say this,
Is-
like I celebrate everyone who like was involved in the creation from start to finish. Like one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
What's it about?
It's a M. Night Shyamalan who I like go to the bat for M.
Old.
Night. Like old. I watched Old in theaters.
One of the funniest titles of all time.
Old.
Just old.
I watched Old in theaters with my then partner and their ex. And
Huh.
oh, okay.
Bleep
Okay.
it.
yeah, it was,
Bleep it.
and they were a boy girl couple. And we were a
Oh.
boy couple.
His ex was straight for 10 years.
and yet we're watching Old in theaters.
Can you imagine that?
That's huge.
and
He's
and
straight for 10 years.
so-
But his
Yeah.
ex was really tall.
yes.
Oh.
So there's a queerness there
There's a
because he was
queerness
5'8"
there.
and she was like 6'3".
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There's a queerness.
Have you
He
had
was
a
seeking
thing
the masculine,
historically
yeah.
with like being interested in people that are straight or have been straight? Like,
No, it
is
was-
that something for you?
No, it's not quite something for me. It might have been
But
when
it's
I
not
was
nothing for him.
It might have when I was younger been something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some kind of intrigue around it.
But everyone was straight then.
Totally.
Yeah.
So it
Everyone
was like, well, then
reason-
what the hell?
What else are you
Who am I
supposed
supposed
to
to
do?
date if not
Yeah.
someone who was
Yeah.
straight?
Totally. Well, who am
Right.
I supposed to date if I'm a straight guy?
yeah,
So, like,
exactly.
So what
Um,
happens in Trap?
In Trap is so M. Night Shyamalan created the film and it appears in the film, and so does his daughter. And it's about like I'm almost like it's the kind of film you should go in knowing nothing because there's like so many twists and turns. But one twist that happens very early is like basically like Josh Hartnett, who I love.
Shout
Who's so
out.
hot.
I want
So
to
hot.
lick
Yeah.
it.
I want to lick it too.
I
So
want to
it's
lick
like-
it up and down.
He's universally loved.
Yeah.
He's loved by lesbians. There was an article
Yeah.
recently that was written by someone who was like, if you had a
Really?
crush on Josh Hartnett and you're a lesbian adult, that should come as no surprise.
Wow.
Is he the one
I see
in
that.
Virgin Suicide?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
And
Ah!
In the bad wig.
the
Yeah.
faculty, lick it, lick
Lick
it. The faculty. Did you see the faculty?
no.
Must
Love.
be licked.
I've
It's a
seen
must be
4
licked
movies. I want everyone to know I've
situation.
seen 4.5 movies in my
The
life.
faculty.
And yet I want to be in them. What is that?
Josh Hartnett in the faculty is a must lick situation.
He's hot in that.
And
So Josh Hartnett's in Trap.
so he takes his daughter to like what seems like a stand-in for like a Taylor Swift style concert.
Oh, I've
And-
heard about this film.
Yes, and I'll say this is the first twist, but I don't think it's a spoiler because it happens so soon in. But basically, then Josh Hartnett is getting like befriends a merch guy by having a heart of gold, and the
Cool.
merch guy is like, they're using this concert as a trap.
Oh, this movie.
Yes,
I remember
A
this
trap
trailer.
for
for
trafficking?
a serial killer
No, he's
called the
a serial-
Butcher.
Yeah.
We then realize from
Creative.
Josh's reaction, he is in fact the Butcher.
Wait, the merch guy or Josh?
Josh.
This sucks.
So now Josh.
I'm walking out.
So
I
Josh
would
is
never
with his
lick a
daughter,
serial
and
killer.
but then there's a million more twists and turns. So I don't feel bad giving that one because it's like that's maybe
I think
5
that's in
minutes
the trailer.
Yeah, it's like that is the movie. It's like
Yeah.
so now it's like.
I want to see it.
But I hate any like
How is
killer.
he
I
gonna
love
kill
slash-
people while his daughter's
He's
there?
like,
I know.
And
who is
why?
it?
So
Looking
it's not
back
so
and forth.
much about like him being a killer in that moment. It's more so about him evading capture.
I gotta be honest. Why would the police be like, you know what, we're gonna
It's
get
I
somebody
know.
at a concert
It's crazy.
where there's like hundreds
I
of
know.
civilians.
They're like,
and-
and it wasn't clear what they were gonna do, but they're like, remember, we're checking everyone as they come out to see if they're the Butcher. But it's like,
The Butcher.
how are you gonna
That's
check them?
really
Be like,
not
hey, are
right.
you the Butcher? Be honest.
It
I
should
don't know if
play
you're
into
lying.
to be a
Yeah.
music. It should
He's
be a
so
music
for real
pun
right
with his
now.
name.
A music pun. Well, he's
Should be,
not.
why are they? Why?
Well, he's not like a.
Hell was a
He's not a
journey.
musician. The musician is played by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
Shout out.
Shout
girl.
out
Get
to her.
that role, girl.
Yeah, yeah.
What's her pop star name?
Oh God, it's like Lady Raven.
That's
yes,
awesome.
Lady Raven.
By the way,
Lady
there
Raven.
there would never in any universe right now be a pop star called Lady
No,
Raven.
Totally.
With respect.
Totally.
And with
And
so much respect
also-
towards the family.
It would
And one
never
last
work.
feature of the film is that the woman who plays Josh Hartnett's wife is a woman who used to play teens. So it's that moment where you're like, oh, you used to play teens and now you're
And now you're
transitioning
grown up.
into
You're
that
transitioning.
mom
Wow.
role.
That's always weird.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
Now she's mommy.
Now she's mommy.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Anyways.
Maiden mother
Which
crone.
teen?
I
you
kind of
know?
love when that happens.
Like,
And
would we
who
know?
do you know?
Time.
Who is it?
yeah.
Her name is Allison Pill.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
an amazing actor.
She's an
Wait,
amazing
give
I'm a
me
huge fan of
something
Alison
else.
Pill's
I
work.
need something
Yeah.
else.
I
She's
need
got a
what
really
she's in.
memorable face.
Is it bad
her.
that I panned the movie?
You
No.
didn't really. You
Yeah.
kind of made me want to see it.
I know. Okay, good.
Now on this podcast we
Yeah.
ask all our guests just one question. It's who were. And I think we should do individuals.
Yes.
Who were you? Who are you? And who do you want to be?
No.
Joe, take it away, babe.
Please make me go
I
last.
thought it was about boys fucking and
yeah.
sex.
Who am I? What was it? Wait, say it again. Say it again.
Wait.
What is it?
Who were
Who are
you?
you?
Who are you?
you? And who do you want to be?
And what we mean by that is we don't know.
And you can say
say
what
Who
you
have
want.
you
you
want.
fucked? Who are you fucking? And who do you want to fuck?
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett.
Hartnett. Josh
He's in
Hartnett.
my past.
Who have I been? No one.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Who
Joe's
am
gonna
I?
answer this in riddles.
We
Who
encourage
am I
that.
currently? Nothing.
That's awesome.
Who do I want to be? Not in this reality.
Well, you grew up in Pasadena. Did you ever want to? And then you went to USC.
When you were in
Yeah.
the Dina, were you making music in the Dina?
Yeah, I
You
mean, to
wanted
be
to
honest,
be a
I was a
little rock star.
dirtbag. I just
Hot.
was like doing drugs.
Oh,
and
cool. What
I wasn't gonna
kind?
go to USC. I said to my brother, like, "Fuck that." Like,
You said fuck that noise.
Yeah.
I kind of did, and
Fuck
then
that F slur.
they
ass
had a good
school.
music program, and then I decided to go.
What was your
But,
first instrument?
guitar?
And you said this is me.
I
You
guess
said rock and
so.
roll.
This
I
is
said
me
I like wearing a
now.
leather jacket and
Santa Mouse.
What's
and,
better?
and I
Listen.
asked Santa Mouse for my first guitar. I
Rock-
don't know where that
Rockstar
lore came
guitar.
from.
What's Santa Mouse?
Apparently we used to write letters to Santa Mouse.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Little Christmas mouse.
Dear Santa Claus and Santa Mouse,
Interesting.
I would like a rock star guitar for Christmas.
That's cute.
Yeah, they have my letters.
When did
It's
y'all
very
all
cute.
first cross paths?
USC.
no, I
on
know,
the-
but
on the
paint a
quad,
picture. Paint a
in the-
picture.
in the calf.
2013, probably.
Was it like in the
Yeah.
student center? You were like, hey.
One of
No.
you was like
Yeah.
playing guitar, and then
I mean,
everyone
kind
started
of.
singing, and then the one
How'd it
started
go down?
harmonizing.
Yeah.
exactly.
People do kind of write about it like it was that way.
They,
to be
they all say we
honest.
met at a party, which is not
It's
true.
not true
I
at
don't-
all.
and
Oh
people
my
just
God.
think it's
Clear up the
interesting. They're like,
rumors.
they met at a
Stop.
party.
Clear up the rumors right
We
now.
did not meet at a
Katie and
party.
I met because she transferred from NYU. We met at our orientation because we were in the same program.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then you met Naomi, what, second semester, right?
In class.
I want to hear you say the story.
Yeah.
We met in class. We were the only people in a large gen ed
Yeah.
class who cared about the class.
What was the class?
It was an amazing class with an amazing professor who is such a brilliant genius.
And then
This
their
is
pants
Nicole
fell
Boyd.
down. And their pants fell down.
She's so great.
Until her
never
pants
fell
fell
down.
down.
Her pants never fell
down, but she,
She
did
was-
have a tongue
she was-
piercing. She inspired me to get my
cool.
tongue
Hot.
pierced.
I would
my
say
God.
she
Crazy.
she was respected because
Yeah.
she was very
And
serious.
a little bit
It was
fierce.
called African Diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great class. She was respected, a little bit fierce. She didn't like when people didn't
their
care
work.
about the class. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Also,
it's a
it
gen
was-
ed, but care. It's
Yeah.
like, this is interesting stuff.
I would say it was like because it was
Well, that was
USC,
just
there's a
USC.
lot of like,
Football players
Yeah, where
and
people,
such.
that's a lot of phoning in.
or just like white kids who had never like, I guess what now would be called like critical race theory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were kids
Which
who
doesn't
were, like,
exist by the time this
kind of
is
like
being watched.
harumphs, like
Yeah.
about like just being annoying in the
Yeah.
Can you
class.
fucking believe?
Being
Yeah.
a little bit like reactive because
Yeah.
what they were reading was making them uncomfortable.
Mm.
And so
Because it was like slavery happened and it was really bad, and certain people had slaves, and they were like, ugh.
Yeah. Go
Well, it's
over
not
it.
my
they're
fault.
like it was a
If-
long
Yeah.
time ago type of vibe.
Yeah.
So I think we connected with that, but also
We
you
cared.
you saw me riding my bike on campus.
I saw
Oh my
you
God.
riding your bike, and
And you tried to
USC
leave that out.
Yeah, I did.
Huh.
I saw you from the balcony of my apartment. I guess first semester when we met like 6 months later. But I saw her riding her bike with a guitar. And USC is a place where there, if I can be frank, cool people
Uh-huh.
are few and far
It's
between.
very
Yeah,
like
you
Oh,
can
really?
sorority,
really
right?
see, you
Yes,
can sniff
yeah.
it
So there's
out.
just like a sea of like.
They're like, where are the artists? Where are the artists?
Yeah, we're the
Yeah.
artists. And then I saw her and I saw in her that she was an artist. She had
Yeah.
a guitar on her back. She was riding a children's bike.
Katie was
singing.
probably
Oh.
wearing like harem pants and like those those boots.
Uggs?
Like no, you
No,
were
I was
wearing.
wearing like
she had
wedge
sneaker
sneakers.
heels.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
at
Those
the
are
time.
back. They're back. Says
Oh my
data,
God.
but
Wow.
make it.
No shit. I love it.
Do you know that
Navy
when
blue's
I was
back.
in college, I got in trouble for buying jeggings online during a lecture on the Canterbury Tales?
That's
Wow,
amazing.
Canterbury
Imagine.
Tales.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
where did you
amazing.
go to school?
And I was at Princeton University when I did that. And they go, if you're not going to listen to my class, get out of here. And I was like, I was buying jeggings.
That's amazing.
But the Canterbury Tales is confusing.
Jeggings
It's
were
so
such
confusing
a-
and kind of boring.
It's so boring.
They're like,
a
it's
little bit.
so wacky and crazy because this woman like farts on a guy.
I
And it's like,
know.
stop.
I hate
It's
that.
Like, stop making that.
Do you know what else that is? Is Candide.
Yeah,
They're like, this is
Candide.
actually hysterical.
Like,
I'm
they're
like, no,
actually
it's not.
sucking and fucking. I'm like, but it's boring.
It's
Yeah,
so
it's-
boring.
Okay, so y'all were in a class, you connected, guitar, and the rest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The rest
And
is
then you had a
history.
jam sesh.
Met her.
I walked into like
This is
the
funny.
orientation for our year of like people in the pop music program, and when I was at NYU I had done some gay stuff, and I was kind of determined when I came to USC to kind of not
No more of that
be
gay
doing
shit.
gay
Really?
stuff
Yeah.
anymore. And I saw
Really?
Josette and I was like, great, a fucking lesbian. What are you doing? But I also was like, she's cool.
Yeah.
And maybe she'll want to be in a band. Like,
Also,
Yeah.
men were in love with Josette.
yeah. I mean,
Really?
Josette. Well,
Sure.
Josette came. I mean, of course. Like
Of
Josette
course.
came in like a
Of
fucking
course.
meteor. People were like, "Who's this like
Hit me
hot,
like a ray of
gorgeous,
sun.
Yeah.
Like
beautiful
I had
superstar
long,
who's so
I,
good at the
you guys,
guitar?"
I looked fucked up.
Did you have long hair?
had
My
really
mom,
long
my
hair.
mom recently was convinced some guy at the farmer's market. I look like this.
Y-
You look like
last
this
week.
right now.
I look like this now. Was
Uh-huh.
liked me, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
Well, I think that you have a certain irresistible quality that I wouldn't be surprised if men were responding to even now.
Yes, when you suffer from je ne sais quoi,
Yeah.
the men come banging down your door.
Yeah,
No,
I
wait.
really
So
care.
do your parents, since they live local, do they come to shows and stuff?
My parents literally
Even
have
if
followed
we're
us
doing shows
around
in
the
another
world.
country.
Oh my
That's so
They follow.
God.
They,
sweet.
yeah,
It's
it's so
cute.
sweet.
Yeah, it's cute.
It is sweet. They're just insane. They've come to like hundreds
Europe.
of shows. Yeah, they followed us
Wow.
around
That's
Europe.
amazing.
Yeah.
No, and
Now,
Katie,
Katie, who
I
are
know.
you?
I'm
What happened at
fascinated-
NYU?
I'm fascinated by the NYU, and I'm
What
fascinated by the.
Oh yeah.
And why didn't you want to keep being gay?
Yeah.
I know. Well,
Tell us if you feel safe. Tell us.
Or,
Yeah.
or why did you not want to keep acting on it?
The ultimate
Well,
sin.
maybe it was. Maybe
Yeah.
it goes back to that.
Yeah.
The
Right.
ultimate
Of
sin.
course. I was
Right.
closeted all of college.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like we grew up in a bad time, to be honest.
Yeah, the aughts were crazy.
Yeah,
They
it
were
was
kind of
really
bad.
really
Well,
crazy.
I think they're even younger than
I
we
just
we
had
are.
a shocking,
No,
a
we're
sinking
not.
feeling.
You're not going to believe what you're about to hear.
1 week ago.
And I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this. And I want you to know this.
1 week ago from today, I transitioned into being 36 years old.
Oh, you're
And
not
I'm
that
not
much.
part
I
of
think
that.
you're gonna say that, and that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. 36. 36.
You look
Not
good,
only could
though.
I be president, but a year
In my
younger.
wildest
Someone,
dreams.
I
You
met,
look
if,
great.
Please, God, let me.
if I were to meet someone a year younger than me, that person can become president because you have to only be 35.
Right.
That person should be president, no matter who that person is.
Yeah, they should
If you're to
be.
meet them, you should be the president. If you're 35 and listening to this and you think, you can.
I know.
And
So
you
that
should.
sheds some more light on. So you're now looking at people in their 50s, and you're thinking,
Totally.
that's not that crazy.
And I'm
It's not that
3'3",
crazy.
and I want y'all. I'm Jesus year.
3-3.
Oh,
And
wow.
I want y'all to
that's
know that
huge.
I'm in my Jesus
When's
year.
when's
Wow.
your
The
B-day?
ascension, the
August.
assumption.
Wait, what do you
Leo?
guys? What
What's
are both your
everyone's
signs?
sign? I'm Lee.
Scorp.
Whoa.
Oh, cute. Well, then that makes sense. Your birthday.
Cap,
yeah.
cap.
Yeah.
His
Cap.
birthday was the night
Yeah,
of your
Pisces.
party.
You know I'm Pisces rise.
Well, a couple
Wow.
days after because I'm
Love
Halloween
Pisces.
proper.
Oh.
I'm Halloween proper.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That is so fun.
Your party sounded really fun. Did you have a good time or was it stressful?
I actually did have fun this year. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep doing it in terms of like
Yeah.
if what's the healthy choices for
it's
me.
a lot.
Yeah.
It's
like
a lot.
it's become such a
It was
giant
so-
production. I also put out my record like a week before that, so then it was just like
double
kind of like
celebration.
1-2
It's
punch.
cute that it's the only time of year I see like all of the people we know getting hammered.
Hammered.
Yes.
It's
So
so
I will say
fun.
multiple people came up to me and said, "Have you seen Joe? Her costume is incredible."
Oh,
What was it?
I was Snooki and my girlfriend was JWoww.
Wait,
Oh
were
my-
you there?
I
Really
was
good.
there,
Yeah.
but I did.
Wait,
I was
I'll
there. I
show you-
didn't say
wait,
hi.
I don't know
didn't-
how
Oh my
I
God,
get
I
I
to see
know, but it was. I
people.
was there for.
I
I
didn't know
struggle
you
at
were there.
parties.
Wait, okay.
You struggle at parties.
Yeah, I kind of like. I
Was
get
it?
there.
Yeah. What was
And we
your
can
impression
also-
of it? Was it like intimidating? Was it
It
like
was-
there's too many?
How do I
It's
find a
just too
photo of
much.
myself?
I was just like, I would love to drink here. Not that I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna
Yes.
drink, but I was just like,
To be here and not drink.
to be
is
here and not
tough.
drink
Wait,
is.
I can show you. A
is-
photo
You know
of
what?
myself.
I think the way I get around that is like is by hosting.
Totally.
Like I'm just doing production design
Yeah.
for
Yes.
5 days prior,
Yeah.
and then I'm doing like management.
Wait,
But I had a
Hosting
very
is
nice
such hard
time.
work.
It was very fun. There were a lot of fun people
I mean,
there.
everyone's
Yeah.
cute as
There
fuck.
were as we just well yeah
My
we can't,
sis-
we
my
can't-
little
we can't
sister-
discuss what I
Both of my
Yeah.
sisters
Discuss.
come. My older sister comes in town, and my little sister was DJing for a lot of the night, which was really fun.
Yeah, the music
That's
was
also
good.
nice because then you can go behind the DJ booth and kind of.
Yes.
I have some
sequester.
things
And
to
there was
ask
a lot
you.
of
that's
songs.
how I deal.
Is your little sister a DJ?
Yes.
Does she want to DJ?
Oh
There's
my
two things.
God.
I have a party.
Oh my God.
That's just our friend with the big boob.
Oh my
I
God! wait.
probably did see you, but didn't recognize you.
Yeah, she was unrecognizable.
I would never recognize
No,
you.
but a lot of people thought Josette wasn't at the party.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
I was a cat.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Classique.
I
You got
got
a
it.
cat.
And your
Yeah,
friend's
it's
cat is
fine.
amazing.
And we have the bunny ears at our house.
We'll have to do a trade.
I have a few things to say.
Naomi's a great party DJ.
Are you?
Naomi
I know,
and
but I
Kate
don't have
DJ'd.
decks. I need to actually start taking it seriously, which I'm going to do.
That'd be
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
fun.
What's
All
the
are
party?
welcome.
Is it in
My
celebration
parents
of something?
play-
Yes,
Yeah.
I have an album coming out.
Oh, man.
my God.
Wait,
Like
I saw your music video.
Say a little
Yes,
more.
an album of comedy songs.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like-
amazing.
It's funny songs,
I love
but
that.
poppy.
I love that.
I'm really excited. It's a little hard to want to promote something right now.
Of course.
I get it. Oh, our last album came
yeah.
out on the day that Roe v. Wade was overturned.
Yeah.
And we were like,
No.
hey,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh my God.
That
What was
Check
that
out my
like? How did you
page.
come?
It was
What did
really
you do?
that was
I
really
know.
that was
No, it
really
wasn't
You
funny.
have, you
Wow.
have each other though. I mean, did that must help?
We were all like,
We were like, LOL.
Like,
we were
years-
like,
years
no,
before-
we get it. Like, you just leave it alone for a second.
yeah,
But
and it turned out totally fine.
I think the thing
Yeah.
is that no matter what, it's like people need like something to.
But then sometimes
Yeah.
people blame you for your album coming out. Like, how could you even?
Yeah,
talk
if you
about
think I
this
had
in a
anything
time
to
like
do with
this?
scheduling this, or
I
anything to do with
Right.
so much of my life,
People
it's
don't know
crazy.
anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
They just want to get angry.
I know. That's what I've told myself. I'm like, you know what? It's not about you. They're upset. They should be upset, and they're just choosing you because
Yeah.
you're in there.
If it was coming
Because of
out
how you
on
look.
the actual day, like
Yeah.
if it's
Yes.
coming out on January,
We have like
20th,
10 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
We
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
friend who had a show yesterday I was supposed to go to, and
Did you not go?
Who had a show?
Carol. Yeah, Carol Addis.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
I didn't. I
Yeah,
couldn't leave
I
my
get it.
house.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't. I didn't go. To
I'm
my
proud of us.
set.
I'm glad we're all here.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
we made it.
No, Kitty, why did you leave NYU?
Oh
Back to
yeah.
business.
So I think really I have depression. I go in and out,
Uh-huh.
and I
Shaka.
think freshman year of college I didn't really understand that it's quite normal to
Yeah.
be super depressed, and so but also a part of it was like I was smoking weed like every day.
Yeah.
And I think I was pulling a little bit of a geographic. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna move to LA and like kind of hit the reset button.
Totally.
I'm really glad that I was in New York for a year because I think it like expanded my political horizons a little bit. I might have been on a very different fucked up path for a longer time if I had gone straight to USC.
Yeah.
But my like mentor from when I was like 15 was this guy Chris Sampson, who's the dean of the popular music program at USC. So
oh, cool.
when I was like struggling, I reached out to him and I was like, I also like I didn't think I was gonna do music.
Really?
I was like I was waffling a lot.
You
What were
were
you gonna do?
doing,
I
yeah.
can't
She was at
imagine.
Gallatin, if that means anything.
It
to
does
you.
mean a
It
lot.
doesn't to
Yeah.
me.
It's
Just making her own,
like,
her own
you
thing.
just
it was like
vibe.
Yeah.
interdisciplinary. I was like, I'm gonna be like an oral history like archivalist. or
Yeah.
You are so fun.
So
Um,
fucking
That's
rad.
rock and
But I
roll.
was also like,
So-
I was just like, I don't feel like I should be the one that's like making art right now.
Really? Why did you
yeah,
feel
she
that?
just
Platform to other
couldn't. She
people.
couldn't stop.
The crumbling
Um,
empire.
Yeah.
Just like I mean, I still feel like most artists these days like can afford to because they come from a lot of
Oh,
Right.
financial
100%.
privilege.
100%.
So it's like I am interested in like more people being able to create culture. I think that would make a big difference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I was sad like not writing songs. I couldn't really stop doing it. So
Yeah.
so I called Chris and I was like, "Can I come to USC? Can I come back?" And he
Yeah.
was
And
like,
thank
"Yeah."
God.
I know, yeah.
Can you imagine?
I know, isn't it crazy?
3
It's
roads
crazy.
diverged in a wood.
But that's why. So because I went to NYU, that's why I was like taking those classes that I met Naomi in.
Being a
So it
communist.
was all
and-
being a
Yeah, and I'm a
communist
year
and-
younger than them. And
Congratulations.
Right, and so we
Congratulations.
wouldn't have been in
Yeah.
the same class.
Thank you.
I'm
Huge.
sorry, you
we're
guys.
oldest,
30.
oldest to youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wait, actually, yeah.
We
Wait,
would
wait,
have
wait.
to switch, but then
They're like
yeah.
a week
Oh,
apart.
like awesome.
Yeah, I'm a week older.
Yep.
A week apart.
Yeah.
A week apart.
January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
January
But
6th.
you know, we
December.
dated.
Naomi's
I
January
didn't know
6th.
I'm January 6th.
Yeah.
That
So
is
when
so
we
fun.
met,
It's
we
so
we
sick.
fell in love, and I was
Wow.
like, damn
Really?
it.
How do you be
So did y'all
friends
date?
after?
We
Yeah.
dated for 3 years.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And how
Yeah.
do you?
15 years ago.
We've been a band for
Was it
over
15
10
years ago?
Oh,
No,
no, my God.
Sorry.
What'd you say?
I just asked if it really was 15 years ago because I was genuinely
How long
like,
have we
"It
been
was
a
it?"
band now?
10 years.
For 10 years.
I think we've been
That's so
saying, I gotta be
beautiful.
honest, I think we have been saying
10 years for maybe 12 years.
Well, guess what? That means it's 11. This year means it's 11.
I know,
Last year
like,
it was 10.
how fast my life is ending.
I know.
You know
It's
what I
about
mean?
to be 12
I know.
next year.
Oh, God.
We're pushing
So-
12 years.
But that's a good thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
We're,
Is
we're still
it?
here.
Because
Yeah,
we're really
the time
closer, and then we're really closer to
My
leaving.
mom always says
We're closer to leaving.
Yeah.
getting older is better than the alternative.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe you could have been close to leaving at any point.
I could have
You
been.
know?
I know.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I get
Better than the
It's like-
alternative.
You can
But,
be
yeah.
dead.
We could.
I know. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean.
I've had so many near death.
I had a
Really?
near-death too.
NDEs?
I had a near death
At
too, and
least
I,
two.
that was the other thing about your party
Seriously?
was because I did just at the end because as you know from my partnership with the 53-year-old PR executive, I do tend to skew older dating. So I was like, kind
Sexy.
of, you go into a party, of course you're single, you're 36, you're looking
You're
around.
looking around.
And so there
Were there
some,
any men there?
There were some gay guys. I was fully ready to go in being the like gay guy,
Yeah.
What?
and I was so at peace.
There
with
were a
that.
lot of gay guys.
There were a lot of gay guys.
My brother, his boyfriend.
Okay,
That's
well, that's
two.
Well,
not-
they're
They're
together.
They're
how old
together.
are
They cancel out.
Are they older than you or younger than you?
Older.
Let me know they break up.
Wait, my brother's boyfriend, who's really hot, has
Has a
an
twin.
identical twin.
How old is the twin?
36.
Shut
Okay.
up. Okay,
That
you
could be
have a
something.
boyfriend.
He's really hot.
What are your like standard? Like, what are your like?
What are your
deal
standards?
breakers?
Yes. I'm so-
they're down
he's-
here.
He's really hot. He has a blind dog. He works a
Aw.
good job.
Okay. I want to be a stepmom to a blind dog.
Yeah.
My
Stepmom
standards.
remake?
For you.
I don't have a lot of standards. Or it's like it's more just about vibe. Like I can get so awkward around certain types of people, and there's no pattern to who it is. So it's like I just need
I
to
feel that.
I need to feel social ease, but I can't feel so much social ease that it's no longer erotic to me.
Oh.
It's like
Yeah.
this sweet spot of
Well,
Yeah.
like
that's the issue of being in a relationship.
I know. I need to feel a little bit afraid, which is why they have to be older.
A little bit
'Cause I'm-
afraid.
and then but I also need to like
Afraid of what they know from the time before.
yeah, I'm
crush
really
you with their
afraid they're gonna like
knowledge.
reference 80s culture. I'm not gonna know the reference,
Uh-huh.
but then like I hate the feeling of like we're walking to our car after something and I can't think of something to say.
Yeah,
Like you know how
that's
some
hell.
people you just for some reason you can't think of anything to say
Yeah,
to
it's
them.
not happening.
Yeah.
We need a word for that.
I know.
It's like on paper we should be best friends connecting, and there's nothing happening.
It's like
There's
if
no
you paid.
electricity.
Yeah, what
There's
is
certain
that?
people where it's like if you paid me $1 million, I
It's so
couldn't think of a sentence to
crazy.
say. I was like,
Yeah, no, it's so crazy.
Chem is Ev.
yeah. So
Settle it
Chem is
up.
Eb.
Chem is Ev.
I don't need them to be. I don't mind like kind of a boring like person.
Yeah, yeah.
Like in fact, romantically, sometimes I prefer that.
yeah.
But like, not to say, I'm sure that Joe's brother's
Twin.
don't know.
No, Joe's brother's partner's
boyfriend's
twin
twin.
is the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah.
But I don't need them to be like, I don't need them to be an artist.
You
I
don't need
them to-
a suffering artist.
Yeah.
No, he's
Like,
not. He's
oh,
not an
like
artist.
pining.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
But you don't want to bore yourself when you're around them.
No, but sometimes like with a boring person. First of all, no one's
You
boring.
don't mean
Everyone's
you don't
interesting.
mean boring person.
I don't mean a boring person, but I mean like
Just a different type of person.
sometimes it's quite refreshing to me
Yeah.
to escape this world of like trying to be professionally interesting. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
that's so nice.
Professionally
100%.
interesting.
Aspiring.
And I'm
That's
in
a good
that where I'm
title. That's
trying
a good
to do that.
title for your show.
Yeah.
Professionally
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
So
You don't
that's
need
my
someone who's
thing.
aspiring.
I don't need someone who's aspiring. I like
What
someone
do
who
y'all
is.
think about that idea of like in a relationship there needs to be like a balloon and there needs to be like a
I know,
Rockin'
rockin'
a
a
star,
star.
rockin' a
I
star.
Oh, is
think-
that what it is? A rockin'? I
I
said
think
balloon
it's-
and a
I think-
paperweight.
I think it could
both
probably
work.
like.
Both work.
I think I've been like, I think I've had a couple of romantic situations that were victim to like, sort of tensions around who was
Who's the
more
star?
of a star, and so I think I do believe in it. I think so
Huh.
there's nothing more attractive to me as someone who craves attention so much.
When you mean star, what do you mean though?
Yeah, because it's not
That's-
about
It's
it's
there-
a personality, not about an actual like
Yes.
real thing.
there's nothing more attractive to me than someone who like isn't desperate for attention, who's like standoffish sort of, and like
Yeah.
that's so attractive to me. I think because I wish I could be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Totally.
But in any case, tell me your connect me with your brother's partner's twin.
And Katie, what happened in NYU?
Wait, Naomi
And we
needs
had
to answer the
Naomi
question
too,
too.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I'll be fast.
I mean,
but
has
go
anyone
ahead.
ever listened to a podcast with 5 people on it?
We've done it a few
know.
times,
Oh.
and let me just say it's
This is
never
pretty tame.
it's-
No, we're
Okay.
actually being because of
You're
the
doing a good job.
situation. I think we're all being very low energy because
Yeah, I
of
think it's good.
reality.
We
Yeah.
could be going really crazy, and we're not.
You're
No.
welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, fans.
No.
and so, but there was this one person I saw at the party. I was like, they're cute, and I would have stayed because we were talking
Who?
about near death. I don't know, and now I forget their costume.
Wait.
But I was like, I would have stayed longer to like try to walk
was
in their
their
eye
vibe?
line
What
and
was
see
their
if
vibe?
I saw them.
Oh my god, to walk in their eye
This is so
line
funny
is
because
so
it was
electric.
pure energy. I saw them like from the back, but I was like, I want to walk in their eye line and see what happens. But I had been in a car crash, and I was like, I have to. My rib was hurting.
Can you believe
Oh
he was
my
in a car
I was
God.
because we were talking about near death. That's what made me
2
think of
weeks
it.
ago.
Oh my
3
god.
weeks ago.
Really bad?
3 weeks ago.
Honey, no.
It was pretty bad.
That's so.
But everyone's
fucked.
okay. I know. And if
that's
my rib had
awful.
felt 100%, I might have
You
found love at
might
your
have
party.
saved.
Yeah.
And so maybe that person's
Car-
really
car
toxic and you got in a
accident's
car
really
crash to
scary.
avoid them.
I
You're
know.
gonna remember what the vibe was, and
Yeah.
we're
I
gonna-
really,
we're gonna
really
locate
wanna
this
know
person.
He might have been
costume.
like an astronaut.
Life is so fragile.
He might have been a pilot.
Interesting.
Or a pilot.
What a
I'm
wholesome
really-
costume.
Was
I
it
had a-
white?
Yeah.
Was it like sweatsuits vibes?
It was like.
I'm like, it could have been.
It was a
could have
My
been
brother's
them.
boyfriend,
Shut
so it looks
up!
exactly
Shut
like
up!
Literally, it could have been.
Oh my god, you have a boyfriend. My friend has a
You
boyfriend.
might have a boyfriend.
You might have a boyfriend.
I don't know if I
That would
The
be
results are
amazing.
in, and you might have a boyfriend.
This is explosive.
Wait, this
Yeah.
is explosive.
I am
This
gonna
is what
get a
podcasting's
photo.
all about.
Do I even have? How am I gonna find a photo of?
Wait, why
Hack
don't
the
you
main
go
frame.
on?
have
Hack
an
the main frame,
Instagram,
girl.
honey?
Yeah,
No,
I
they
just
might
don't
see
have
her.
Instagram right now.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, Naomi.
Yes.
Who were you and who are you now and who do you want to be?
Right.
Who was I? Busted.
Yeah, I mean, Naomi and I have a similar energy
Who am I
going
now?
in. Less busted.
Aspiring.
No.
Yeah, so do you want to talk about your partnership? You don't have to.
My partnership. I can talk. Well, do you have any specific questions? or-
Well, how is it?
Unbelievable
Wait,
couple.
'cause
we,
you're-
we share hair products.
That's literally
no,
the
no,
guy.
no, no, no.
Oh my
That's
god!
amazing.
I'm gonna text. I'm gonna tell Dan to. I'm gonna
taller
text
one?
Gabe.
Yes.
Well, yeah, this is the
There-
taller one,
that
and
is-
Gabe looks
it's a twin.
exactly like him.
Shut up.
Yes.
That is so funny.
Yes. Also, they were not astronauts. They were like.
They were the note. They were like, oh, they were.
They were the
They were
Notebook.
no, they were
They
something
were a
from
note
Salt
from
Lake,
Real Housewives.
Oh.
or
Salt
something
Lake
like
City.
that.
They
I
were
watched
like
that. You
know
the
about that?
timeline. It was like timeline.
Oh,
blah, blah,
yeah. Time
I
I'm
knew
That's his
received.
culture. That's his
You're so
culture.
excited.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Wow,
Electra.
that is so funny. Yeah, well, looks
That's
exactly
amazing.
like,
That's
That's
so
really
They're
interesting.
exciting.
identical
and he's single.
and
Okay.
LA based.
Yes.
And not
Interesting.
aspiring.
No.
Yoga anytime.
Yoga anytime, babes.
Yoga anytime is crazy.
Because everything else there were like certain time constraints.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yoga anytime.
What do you mean
cannot
yoga
believe this.
anytime?
I
As a first
cannot.
date?
I can't
It's
believe
so
that.
That really, really, really.
He's trying to do
tickled
more
me.
yoga and he just wants to like
So hot.
This is huge.
This
Wow.
is crazy.
That's
This is
major.
why we come together at the mic and break bread.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to be rock stars? Does it feel amazing?
Wait, Naomi.
Feels
I know.
cool.
I know. Wait, Naomi, who do you want to be?
rock star.
Checkmate.
Busted,
checkmate.
aspiring rock star.
And you're dating a former guest on the pod.
right, right.
On this pod, yeah, yeah,
friend of the pod.
Yeah,
You're-
I like
you're-
former guests.
Yeah, as a former guest, and that's her biggest accolade.
yeah.
That's
it
her
is.
number one IMDb.
They did
is.
such a good
Yeah.
job on the pod
That's
that
her
there was an
bio.
ad excerpted from one of their testimonials.
Oh my god,
and
I
it
know.
was pumped
That's
around
crazy.
Instagram so much that literally
People were reaching out, I'm sure.
Yes.
I don't get recognized for anything. There's guys in my gym being like, "Hey, saw your ad for weed gummies."
No.
That's so funny. See, that's what
That's
happens
so
when
funny.
you love a product so much that you just naturally promote it.
Yeah.
And then
Is
it
that what
leads to
happened?
amazing
She
things
came on
happening.
and just started talking about a product.
Rose.
We were doing joke
That's
like what's in
awesome.
your bag bit, and
Right.
then like that was in it.
Totally.
But and y'all moved in.
Yeah,
How's it
Congrats.
going?
great.
Yeah.
We had a
How long you
lady
been
over
You seem
today
so happy.
talking about our redoing our closets. So it's gonna be
Wow,
Oh.
that's beautiful.
I would
from
love-
Louis actually.
Oh, from the guy.
It was actually a woman.
Oh, I don't know. Who it was.
But it's
The
it's a
woman?
company.
Yeah, I know. I kind of want to do it too.
It's cool. She was rad.
Redoing your closet?
Yeah,
to
so
add
like
more
they come in
space,
and they
and they
say the
reorganize
way your
it.
closet's designed is
Professional.
bad.
That sounds amazing.
It doesn't make
my
sense.
brother,
you know.
my brother's like
Cool.
so organized. He did it at his old
Her
place.
brother.
My future
Crazy.
brother-in-law.
I love it.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe I'm so happy. Also,
That was
it's like I don't
kismet.
talk that much, and the fact that we've
This
Brought
is
him
so
up.
funny.
brought him up so
And you saw the back of his head and
Why
go,
don't we
I'm
call him?
intrigued.
Let's just call him.
Call him up.
No,
I'll
because
call
I look at more
I would
You
pictures.
look
definitely
beautiful.
Yeah.
You look amazing.
More pics
More
required.
No,
Are you-
I mean, I'm sold. It's just,
The off pod.
yeah, I can't call.
Yoga
I can't call
anytime.
him.
Yeah,
yoga
yoga
anytime.
anytime.
That's all you need to know.
It's been a pleasure.
Move
Yoga
over,
anytime.
nipple rings.
What do you guys want as a group for? Who do you want to be
Muna.
for Muna?
You have the
What's the-
pod, you
I
tour the
what's the
honestly
goal?
think right now, well, it's like we're just in a space where we're going into working on our next record, and I think we all have a real desire to like we want to reconnect with each other. I
Yeah.
think like one of the challenges of success is that like it can take you away from each other a little bit. So
Yeah.
we want to like reconnect and reground into like what it's all about, baby.
Yeah.
Really?
Which is just like us making music together.
Has
that we're
success
excited
taken
about.
us away from each other?
Well,
I
it
don't know.
is-
I wouldn't blame it on success.
Ooh,
What do
I-
you think?
All
I
I,
don't
want
think-
is to not live in authoritarianism.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I
Well, it is
mean,
hard when you're friends with people and it's like, and you're doing essentially a business. Like,
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
it's
we-
so
it's a
hard.
business.
Yeah.
We haven't physically been taken away by success. If anything, we've been together all the time. We've been taken away
I've
from.
been physically taken
You have.
away.
Yeah.
I've
We've
been
been-
going to London and
Yes,
Mm.
yes.
For your
yes,
solo?
Yes, that's
yeah,
true.
I think I have been taken away.
Well, we've
But
been taken
also,
away from.
It was my own. I
You wanted
accept
to.
responsibility. Yes,
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Yeah, that's why we came. We brought you guys.
I was taken
we
away.
brought you along because we wanted Katie to be accountable.
Yeah, own it.
We did kind of do an episode of our pod that was like that.
holding her
Yeah.
accountable.
Well,
Yeah.
Katie's the single one. She gotta be out there. She gotta be searching.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's what
That's
the
what
solo
it's about.
album's
Yeah,
all
that's what the
about.
solo
Yeah.
record's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, what is art? if
All
not?
eyes on me.
Do you
At
want
The
to
center
find
ring
some-
just like a circus.
Is it
Wow.
Is it
Yeah.
All
important
eyes
to
on
you?
me.
Is that important to you? I
To
can't tell if
find
it's important. I
someone?
can't tell if it's important to me.
Yeah, I actually was gonna say that. Like, I am really drawn to like queers who kind of like are these like perennial adolescents who just fall in love a lot and then relationships end and then they fall in love again. Like, I
Yeah.
kind of think that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to have kids, so don't care
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
about the age wise. But when we had Channy Nicholas on our podcast,
Oh my god,
it
what was
was
that like?
really
Kinda-
crazy. She
oh my
was like,
gosh.
she
She
literally was
laughed
like,
a
for
lot.
you,
she
the
laughed
most
at
important
us
thing
the
is
whole
going to be like
time.
finding a long-term romantic partner.
Really?
She's like, that's going to kind of make everything kind of fall into place and make sense for you. And I was like, okay.
She cut her
But she
off.
also-
Her
she
words
also was
screamed
like-
us.
she said to you, she was like,
It's like
it might appear like it's easier for other people and it not for you. And she was,
Yeah.
or something.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was
wow.
it was actually really funny.
Oh my
And then she
god.
kind
You should have her on.
I'd love to.
she
Who
kind
is
of
it?
didn't
Look at your
tell me
chart.
Oh, I love that.
anything about myself.
No.
Really?
She didn't
She
she
spent
didn't
a
We
know.
long
ran out of
time on
time.
them.
Yeah, we ran out
Yeah.
of time.
Oh,
And then-
Jenny.
I put-
And then was like, "You're like Josette in this way, also." That's
Really?
that's what she
"You
said.
look pretty much the same.
Wow. Well, that's
But-
like, well, you know, when I first moved to New York, a casting director was going around to this acting class and pointing at everyone and saying what their type was. She points to me, she goes, "You're it's a normal girl." And then moves on. I go, "Normal girl? I'm anything but, darling. You wait, fucking bitch."
Wait,
Um,
type
that-
meaning
that
like
will
what you're
fuel-
going to get cast
Yeah,
in?
then that
Yeah.
will fuel you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Oh, I have
Right.
an
You know?
arsenal of like
Yeah.
Fuel.
my enemy. Do you have
Right,
enemies?
yeah. No.
Cool. Me neither.
We don't. I will say we have people that we don't necessarily fuck with, but
Yeah.
I think we try to like keep.
It's all love.
I-
On this
Yeah.
couch is all love. On this couch is all hate.
I know, but lately I've been letting go of everything.
Oh yeah, we're over it. I forgot.
Lately I've been letting go of everything.
Yeah, and we
Dude,
were-
Jaws
cool.
are on the
I
floor.
think
Jaws,
it- I
I'm
think
letting go of
it's good
everything.
to let go. I
That
think
is
it's fine to have
cool.
negative feelings. Be like, peace be with you.
Yeah.
But don't be with
I
Yeah.
think,
But also,
Yeah.
like
not
sometimes
yeah.
what I have more than enemies. I don't think I have any like real enemies, but I have people that I would rather not share. You know what? What I have more than anything is like people that like annoy me a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's
Yes.
like
Something's
an
weird.
epidemic.
where it's
Everyone
just like,
annoys
I
me a
just
little
don't
bit.
want to hang out.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I have more than, and it's not even,
That's everyone I know.
it's not a toxic
Yeah.
feeling exactly, but it's like, I'm going to have to go to this thing and this person's going to be there and I'm going to have to talk to them and then I'm going to have to put on my
Face.
talking suit.
Yeah.
I feel
like when
There's
I was-
nothing
And I'm
When
worse.
I
going to be really
was-
exhausted by that.
Yeah.
That's more
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was little, my parents like never wanted to hang out with friends. They just wanted to be like at home with each other and with the family. And now I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
I
go
love
out into
it.
the world and everyone wants something.
But I
from
do
you.
think
I love it.
I used to be so antisocial, and
Mhm.
since I've moved or been single for the first like substantial amount of time in a long time, and I am so much more social, and I
Mhm.
do like it so much better.
That's
Mm,
nice.
But when I'm in a thing, I
Totally.
always like my world gets so small. I'm always so like it's
Yeah,
just-
locked in.
and there's fun in that too. But I'm also like it's been
Open it
fun
up.
being
Open
a
up
little
the
more
pit.
You know what I
open.
think
Yeah.
is good? I think dating, it's good for there to be, speaks to the rock and the star, the balloon and
Mhm.
the paperweight
Yeah.
element. I think it's nice when one person is more social inherently on a sort of chemical level
Right.
than the other person.
Yeah.
Because then the person who's like, no, we should stay home can ground that person who's
Yes.
more social, or the more social person can be like, we should
Yeah.
go
That
Mhm.
totally.
out and hang out with
Yes.
these people, and
Balance.
there's that.
Because y'all are
It's
two
nice.
stars. I'm realizing you're two
Yeah.
balloons
Yeah.
floating away.
But I think that
You're a little bit of a rock in your own way.
I'm definitely less. I feel
You're
less.
sparkly rock.
I feel.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's I identify as that.
That's beautiful.
I feel less. I don't feel. I think being a musician and being an actor is actually, there's a huge difference there.
I'm sure.
And
As someone who does both. Just
yeah.
kidding.
yeah. How do you feel about that?
I think they've seen very different. I always want to be a musician, not. I think being an actor is like the worst thing you can be. You have no power. And
Yes.
even at the highest level,
Yeah.
you're replaceable and no one respects you.
Yeah.
But that's why I like doing comedy, because I feel like we can
Yeah.
take some
You have a voice.
agency.
But you know
Yeah,
the famous
yeah.
thing of hot people always wish they were funny. Funny people always wish they were hot.
I think now everyone's kind of doing it all.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
doing it all. Yeah.
Many
Maybe
people
being
always
funny
wish they were
makes you
hot. I've heard
too
that
hot.
like
Yeah.
the comedians want to be musicians, but I haven't heard funny people wish they were hot.
That might be
But,
like
yeah.
Just us.
well, in
No, I
gay
get it.
worlds, like
I get it.
okay.
Well,
You
it's
said
we're gonna,
gay world, and then we'll
We'll
do
just
our
do a
pod.
fucking
pod.
cliffhanger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we
Cliffhanger.
chance.
but we have a few more segments before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But wait, this is interesting. How do you think it's different in watching
I think
Capricorn?
performer. I think
This town.
I think people in Hollywood, for lack
Yeah.
of a better way of saying that,
Say it loud, say it proud.
actors, and or I think there's more of a social pressure to do things that you might not want to do.
Oh.
Yes.
Whereas like there's not like musician like mingles.
Yeah.
We have to do certain things.
There are, but it's
Yeah.
Like
way
during
less.
the Grammys, we have to like,
Yeah.
we go kiss it.
But the
Yeah.
idea of like having,
Lick it. Lick
Lick
it.
the
it.
idea of having to go out, it speaks to
Bop
them.
it.
We
it's-
do. We go pop it.
It speaks to like not. It's different, obviously, like for comedians who can sort of like generate their own art. But I think if you're, broadly speaking, if you're an actor, you are kind of just like, someone please,
Yes.
like
Totally.
you have to
Oh.
go and like do that
Yes.
thing, and in music or in probably to a certain extent also in comedy, you don't really have to do that.
Yeah.
But also, how do you make money from music or comedy? You
And
have
the-
to become an actor.
Oh
So
my God.
you have to become an actor to make money. So there's also that.
It's like there's
What is-
nothing until you're a series regular that you make $1 single, and then you make $1 million, and then it goes away, and then you go boop boop.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
keep
pretty
thinking
much.
watching Felicity is
The
Everything
coin.
goes back to Felicity.
Well,
Yeah.
when I was growing up, like this was like when like some trivia facts come into vogue that people love to say in pop
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
It was like, the year of like NSYNC and Britney,
Yeah.
and Felicity was on TV, and Carrie Russell was a star in that, but it was WB, and it wasn't like, and WB raised me,
Yeah.
but I like, it wasn't a huge network, so it wasn't like Carrie was like a superstar.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I remember everyone would say this: did you know that Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, and the girl Carrie Russell from Felicity were all in the Mickey Mouse Club at the same time? And they would
I
add
love
this.
that.
They would add this, and Carrie Russell was the best singer of any of them.
Wow.
And so now
I
I'm
had
watching.
no idea.
I know. So now I'm watching this, and I'm thinking to myself, she's such a wonderful singer, even better than Britney. And here she is in this non-musical role, absolutely doing a wonderful job. But it is
Full
that like,
body
But that's
chill.
the thing about
Wild.
actors, though. Like,
Yeah.
they all have
Pipes.
And they have it secret. It's like secret dancers.
I found that out about Molly Gordon recently. That
Really?
She
Yeah,
can
she
sing,
can
and
sing
I'm like,
it loud.
girl.
I'm not sure.
She can sing it
sing it
loud.
loud.
She's in the
Yeah.
musical theater universe.
Totally. Let me ask y'all this. Do you have a crush of the week? And that can be person, place, thing, idea, whatever. Do you have
Yeah,
one?
I just had. Oh, you know what? I got a text, and I got a text that said someone knew where I lived, and they said there's a new lunch place open near you called Fountain Grains and Greens.
Fountain grains and greens.
So it's the kind of it's true bowl culture.
Yeah,
you know?
bowl
I
culture.
love it.
It's 9
I
to
support
5.
bowl culture.
I was
fully.
ravenously hungry 2 days ago. I said, why don't I try
good
Fountain
feeling.
Grains and Greens? So much food in a good way and really tasty.
Wow.
So
That's-
Fountain Grains and
hey,
Greens
that's
is my crush of
going
the
on my
week.
map.
Can I say something outrageous?
Yeah.
When I'm really hungry, I don't want cold food.
It was warm chicken on
Yeah, it can
top.
be
Okay, don't scream
warm.
at me ever again. My crush of the week is my flight attendant outfit that I'm wearing for the podcast today.
It's really cute.
And and imagine this after my
Yes.
interaction with the flight attendant. You know, a
Oh,
flight attendant
yes.
woke me twice.
No.
Via shaking.
Shook me.
No.
To say
Oh,
what?
wait.
To ask
Twice.
if you want a
Do you
snack
want
or
a
something?
cookie?
First, to ask if I wanted dinner. I said, no, that's why I'm passed out. And that's
Yeah.
why I said no at the beginning. Second, my seatbelt was under, not above my blanket.
Oh my god.
My enemy.
You're supposed
Yeah,
to
she's
tuck
just in a
your-
bad
That's
way.
Shook
actually
me.
kind of fucking insane.
Shook me away. And I go, I'm sorry. I go, please do not wake me again.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
really crazy.
Imagine
now
to
you're-
shake somebody.
I know. I
To
would not.
shake a stranger.
Don't-
I'm
don't
so
put your
proud to
hands on
say.
me.
No, for real.
No
I'm-
one's ever checked to see if my seatbelt's on the
Yes.
plane.
And I'm
Like,
proud
not,
to say
not once.
I've never shaken someone in my 36 years.
That's good.
I
You should be
mean,
proud of
I
that.
mean,
I'm
at
sure,
36
I'm
years.
sure that I've shaken.
You've
Someone's
shaken.
kind
Well,
of
not like- I
abusive
mean,
in
like-
a funny way.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
is this counting as shaking? Like,
that,
is that
no,
shaking?
That's shaking someone's leg.
That's not. That's different. This is
Oh, to shake,
shake someone.
It's cartoonish.
To shake
It's
someone's
like it's
being.
giving baby murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's what I
It's-
said to her. That's what I
but
said to
it
her.
is.
Don't shake the baby.
You
Yeah,
can
don't
say,
shake the
excuse me, I'm
baby."
9 months old.
Yeah, I'm 9 months old. And that's really dangerous to do my skull.
But I wish her well, and maybe she was struggling that day.
Enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really
My
that,
enemy.
That was nice.
Thank
I have
you.
a crush of the
try.
week.
Yeah.
I have a crush of the
Okay.
week.
Okay, what's your question?
Okay, so as you know, I had a big party,
Yes.
and my friend told me about this app that I could get that's called My LA 311, where
Oh.
I was able to log in on the app and
This is
schedule. No, it seriously is.
bulky item pickup.
Yeah, I was able to schedule my bulky item pickup on my app, and then
that's
this morning.
divine.
What's the
This
bulky
morning-
item pickup?
So
If you
I had a you know, like the big demon ass and demon face.
Yes,
I
that
can't
was
believe I
so
missed
funny,
this
yeah.
party.
Yeah,
Demon
dude.
ass?
Yeah,
it was
you walk
really
up
cool.
through a giant demon ass.
That's so good.
Yeah.
made of wood. But I had to get rid of these giant pieces of wood and about 20 full bags of trash. And I'm sorry to the environment,
Yeah,
but
of
that is
course.
what I had to get rid of.
Yeah.
And the feeling this morning when
Oh.
because I had lined it all up
311 is
on my
great.
curb, and then it was gone.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It was taken care of.
Did you
LA
have to take down
Sanitation
all
does a
that
good
stuff
job.
yourself?
We,
I had friends help
Yeah.
me,
we
but
had
yeah.
there was like a group.
Oh.
But yeah,
we
it's,
weren't
it's a lot of labor. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you come again next year,
Yeah.
if you want to be part of that crew, that
Well,
can
what
kind
I
of
was
help.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that
Build
next year,
Yeah.
if
Community.
people love the party so much as they say they do,
We don't do it at
we
my
should,
house.
We should do it at an actual
Oh, that would be
Oh, it's at your
fun.
house.
space.
Yeah,
Like,
at my
yeah.
house.
so
You know
don't
what's
have to-
amazing?
Also, so you don't have to like deal with weather and be outside.
Right.
Right.
I
Isn't
do
the
like
weather
the
always nice?
outside though in a funny way.
What?
It
The
rained
weather's
a little bit. It was
It
scary.
was
rained?
raining a little
It
bit.
rained.
It was
a taste,
drizzling a
but
little
it was
bit.
it was totally fine. It was scary.
Yeah.
It was
That's spooky.
scary.
We were all scared
That's
that no one was
spooky.
gonna come, and then actually it was kind of jam packed.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
jam packed.
I'm scared no one's going to come Thursday, so please come Thursday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, my other crush of the week would be my sister.
Oh, the
She's
DJ.
so good at DJing.
Okay, what's
Yeah.
her name?
Maddie.
Shout
They
out.
have
Yeah.
great sister
Chemistry.
Sister
your
love.
sister
That's so
chemistry.
sweet. You have
Yeah,
two
we might
sisters.
get married. We might end up getting married.
Oh my
Aw.
god.
Channy said.
Is that legal?
That's so.
Danny
That's
said.
kind of nice.
Yeah.
You know, there's no
Totally.
risk of babies,
Well, yeah. There's no risk of babies.
Jesus.
which I think is the
Christ.
main reason to be against.
I know.
Incest.
I think about it. as
Right, so you're
I
pro
didn't say that.
incest. You're pro gay
Don't
incest.
don't
And
care.
sources are
Getting
confirmed.
married.
Don't quote me on this, but I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If
What's
it's
y'all's crush of the
gay,
week?
incest. If it's gay, incest should be fine.
Yeah,
Well,
why not?
that's fine.
Definitely pull this clip for socials.
I gotta be honest. Why the fuck not?
This is gonna get us all put on a list.
Rock and
November
roll.
7th. Yeah,
Like,
we're being
not
stupid.
on
right
November
now.
We're not on the list.
Like we're not
already.
on the list already. Yeah.
Do y'all say crushes of the week?
I haven't, but I'll say mine real quick. I am watching the Showtime show, which was recently added to Netflix, called Escape at Dannemora.
Really good.
I've never seen
What's
that.
that?
So fucking
I like-
good.
Is Patricia Arquette, right?
Patricia
Unbelievable
Arquette,
performance.
Really
Paul
great.
Dano,
I fucking
Benicio del Toro.
I want
And
to have SEX with both of them at the same
Paul
time.
Dano looks hot in
Yeah.
that
He's
show.
good looking.
He's great. And it's about a real events. It's about a real crazy prison break.
Have you
They
Googled the real
involve-
people?
Huh?
Have you Googled the real people?
No, not
That's
yet.
always a rush. Save
I
it.
can't wait.
Save it.
It's always kind of
'cause I don't
I'm
wanna be
always like,
spoiled.
"Ugh."
I know. I go, what a compliment.
Well, let's just say
Oh.
she's a civilian who works in the jail, and she is having sex with both of them.
Do you know what's
Well-
very common? Is that in things about like serial killers or something, they love to play up this thing of like, and he was very attractive. And they're doing this thing where it's like, even attractive people can be killers. So they're building up this guy as like this
No.
really hot guy. You Google image
I
him.
know.
and
He's
it's like,
busted as
this
hell.
I think
wasn't a
that all-
situation
I
like
think
that.
that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
know,
everyone's like, so and so was so attractive. Was he?
No.
I don't know.
Maybe he had swag.
That's shit.
Ah,
It's
We
just
can't-
that we
and
have
that
a
can't
lot
be
of.
captured
I mean,
sometimes.
isn't it just that actors like have to be so attractive
Yeah.
and then
we know what a real attractive people really look like.
Yeah.
Well, I've said
You
this
see them.
before. Attractive
That's-
people were few and far between for hundreds, if not thousands, of years.
It is
Why?
Really?
And
What do you
people have
mean?
gotten more attractive now.
Because
Well,
they've learned how to do
what do you
products. They've
mean?
learned how to do products
To
and
be
stuff.
honest,
They've
like,
learned how to do products and stuff, and they've also people have been
They've learned how to
Is this a
intermingling.
theorem?
Fewer cases of incest.
yeah, speaking
Right.
of it,
Oh.
not
People-
the gay kind.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Um,
People are hotter
Diaspora.
now than ever before.
I think so.
Okay, and
It's
Joe.
because
certainly
of the
seems
Revlon
that
blowout
way.
brush.
Yeah,
That's what I
Because of
credit.
the Dyson.
Yeah, because of Dyson.
and
My crush of the week, I guess, is probably Mariska Hargitay.
of
It's a really good
course.
one.
That's been your crush of maybe the month.
The month.
Yeah.
Kelly and
Yeah.
I have been watching SVU.
Yeah.
From the
Not
beginning,
spot-
y'all.
I saw her
She's so
walking
hot.
out of 30 Rock
Wow.
when I was in New York.
I've actually
looks
never
good.
really watched that.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
I've
if
just
you're
seen it
into
like
it.
on in the background.
Yeah,
but-
it's,
Yeah, and
it's,
in a
it's,
hotel
it's a
room.
hotel show.
yeah.
I would
That's
have it
comforting,
set
though,
up so that
in
when I
these
was in
times.
high school, I had it set up so that anytime it aired on any channel, it
I
got
l-
recorded on TiVo.
I love that.
So I mean, people would get so
TiVo.
mad at me because I was like, they were like, "There's 75 episodes of SVU because it airs hundreds
All
of
the
times a day
time,
on every
constantly.
channel."
The whimsy of
But
the
you were
TiVo
afraid to
button.
miss one.
Bloop, bloop. That's amazing. And our last segment
Is-
is
are
do
you
y'all feel
guys-
hot today?
Yeah,
Oh, and one more.
Yeah.
Do you feel
Cute.
hot today?
Not
No.
necessarily.
me neither.
I don't feel swagged out.
No.
Like,
mean, y'all
Nobody
look
seems to feel a
incredible.
little hot today.
I don't know. I'll have to see this and then actually really
course.
know.
And then make a public
But
statement.
I felt before I left the house, I was like, I have like my like Balkan drip on, which I like.
Yeah,
Right.
you,
like,
this outfit's good.
I like. Yeah,
Balkan drip.
You know what I
It
mean?
is, it
This
is.
is my
Yeah.
my Soviet drip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was cool, but I don't know if I'm having a good hair or face day. So that's
They're
different.
great.
You look fab.
It's the
Thanks.
emotional drainage.
Do you
causes
y'all
less
feel
hot.
hot today?
I have realized, like, whenever I wear this shirt, which used to be such a winner for me,
Yeah.
from like I would say like May to August.
I was gonna say you
Okay.
do look jacked, but
No,
yeah.
thank you. I feel bloated.
Mm.
I feel
Aw.
quite bloated, and my ribs still is affecting my workout regimen.
Aw.
Yeah, that sucks. That's
Yeah.
really hard.
Such a bummer.
The
And,
back of my head
um,
hurts.
But and when we got here, you know, I'm trying a new thing because I basically have. First of all, a listener chose to say "Pat, fire your barber," and I love that listener for the note. And but and I've been like on like a never-ending journey with my hair, and I did recently. I just went really short for like a year, and then like
Sorry, the hours I've logged listening about Pat's hair. I was just, like,
That was a
checking in.
deep exhale, yeah.
so then I just like someone on Saturday was like, I'm getting my hair cut, and these two people were like, don't. And I was like, oh, you're telling me you haven't liked the short hair this whole time.
yeah.
So now it's longer, but I'm not doing gel. I'm doing a powder. And then when I got here, I was hugging Catherine. I haven't seen her in like a few weeks.
Uh-huh.
She just says,
No, I was keeping it real. I was like, what's up with the hair?
yeah.
It looks good
Because
now.
of
It was
powder?
you know, it was electricity. It was like standing up.
But that's how
Oh.
powder can be.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
anyways, I don't feel hot today.
I don't feel hot
Yeah.
because there's something here
I think
that's
your hair looks good.
the
Okay, thank you.
allergies here. I just
Yeah.
got in from New York I was in air as the results were rolling in. I was like,
Oh.
no. But I landed and I
Fuck.
started sneezing immediately. My friend said, it's
Yeah,
this
that-
Maybe the
yeah.
one was
piano
shaking you because
wind.
Yes,
maybe the one was
yeah.
being like, Trump won. She was shaking you.
She's like, celebrate. In my mind, this fight is fully a Trumper. Yeah, so I feel swollen and the the heaviness of the weight of the
Okay.
world.
And then
Yeah.
last segment, are you guys mad at us?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
You've
Are
done
you
all these
sure?
segments.
I know, we're
Sorry.
sorry.
Is this
Yeah.
every time?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Are you
Are
mad
we
about
mad
that?
at you?
I'm not mad at either of you.
Oh,
not mad at
no.
you.
Okay.
Be
all right.
real because we can unpack it in the next
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, in our episode.
Yeah.
We'll open with
No.
that.
I wish I could come up with
Katie's
a
got
reason.
something.
I wish I
I
could come up with a
know.
reason that I was mad.
I'm too.
Uh, 'Cause of all the
I'm too
segments.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
You know,
disappointed.
I can't
As
believe I
my
found-
boyfriend always tells me, your anger is masking something deeper. And I say, shut the fuck up. You little bitch.
I
Yeah,
used to
I
think
love
that was true. I know it's like
Sometimes-
backed by science, but
Yeah.
like I don't know. Sometimes I think
I'm just
It's-
pissed.
yeah.
anger is just it's
Science
fucking
is
anger.
science is
Yeah.
about to not exist anymore. So
Yeah. Rock
we'll
and
see.
roll.
Backed by
Finally.
science.
Now that and when
Heartbreak.
breaks and a heartbreaks, that's our episode. And so this is part 1 of our amazing episode with Muna. Tune into Gayotic for part 2 tomorrow. And by the way, when a heart breaks, it don't break even.
Treatment. If you're boring as fuck, seek treatment. If you're unlucky in love, seek treatment. If you just can't take a hint, well, seek treatment. With Kat and Pat.
That was a Headgum podcast.